So I hope you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes, I we can see.
Okay, mm, let's start. So, good evening, everyone. I am Seyon. I'm working as a cybersecurity analyst. Today, I'll be discussing with you about cybersecurity readiness for modern internships. So, if you are someone interested in getting into cybersecurity field but not sure where to start or feeling overwhelmed, this session is for you. So, let's start with why this topic actually matters. Cybersecurity demand is growing rapidly worldwide. Every company needs security now. After the AI boom, security has become a major concern in the IT field. But at the same time, internships are becoming very competitive nowadays. A big problem I see, especially among students, is lack of direction. People don't know what to learn, in what order, or how much is there. And also the increased competition among the state and private universities plays a major role in finding internships and finding good candidates who fits the role. So today we shall discuss to give up a clear idea on how to prepare for those situations. What companies actually look for. When companies open positions for interns, they are not expecting experts. They want someone who are ready to learn and adapt their technology and be one of their team members. So, uh, what basically they expect from you are the basic technical knowledge about the field, what you are going to do, and what is your role, and how can you do your role precisely. And also, they expect hands-on experience. Basically, talking, you all are software engineering students, right? So you know the difference between reading how to write a code and actually writing a code. There's a distinct difference between both. Same applies for the cybersecurity field as well. Learning about the concept, memorizing those stuffs are different. Practically applying things is totally different game. So nowadays, the practical knowledge that's possessed by the internship students are highly demanded. So companies expecting you guys to have a basic level of not basic. Actually, they are expecting now a medium level. Yeah, you have exposed yourself to enough tools, techniques, and security procedures. And also, they, as usual, they expect the problem solving mindset, the communication skills. So, why these matters in this field is especially in, for example, if you are doing a software development project, you guys most of the time work with the client requirements and your code bases. You write, you run, anything, any bugs comes up, you rework on it and you rerun it. That's all happens. But in case of cybersecurity, every day you have to interact with the client. If any new alert comes up or any new incident comes up, you have to write mails or messages or make direct calls and get them online, bring them incident to their knowledge and discuss with them what happened, why it is happened. Is it resolvable or does it need any further actions? Likewise, every day you have to communicate with various kinds of people in and outside of your organization. So communication is a key requirement here. So be ready for that. And also the proof of work. So, yeah, as a developer, you can show your GitHub repositories or write-ups about what have you done, how does your code run, or you can simply run your project and you can show them how much you are capable of writing codes. But in cybersecurity, it's not like that. So here you will learn a lot of things and you can do a lot of practical things, but you can't show everything at once. Oh, just a simple project can't bring your whole knowledge. on a single screen. So for that, it needs a certain flow of workflows, which we will be discussing later. But yeah, these are the things that companies are looking for internship candidates right now. Let's move further. So common cybersecurity domains. So cybersecurity is not a single domain. So inside the software engineering, if you go inside, you know that there are developers, there are quality testers, there are DevOps engineers. There are so much more roles there. Likewise, in cybersecurity also, there are different kind of domains and various roles are there. Let me show you a few roles for which you can get internships. So mainly, these are the domains currently available in Sri Lankan cybersecurity market. First one is SOC team, or you call it blue team. They are the defenders. Uh, so basically, they watch the day by day incidents and communication happening inside the client environment, and they report anything malicious or abnormal things happen. Second one is penetration testing or red team. Most of you guys know about this. This is where the hackers work. So basically, what they do is literally hacking. They get into system without permission or without any access authorizations. They assess how much a particular IT environment is secure. Third one is cloud security. Now the cloud is ruling the industry. So Azure, AWS, so much of options out there. So the security has become a major concern as well. Nowadays, after the AI boom, the cloud infrastructures are so badly affected by these AI tools. Rather than before, now the rate of cyber crimes and the impact of cyber crimes are increase exponentially. So in order to work with that, you must also know about the cloud security domain as well. And finally, the GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. So this is not a big one. Basically, all the policies and the security concerns, all the documentation works are done by these domains. So most of you guys might be working in the industry as well. In when you are signing up for an internship for a company, you will be signing an NDA form, right? Non-disclosure contacts. So those works and those concerns are made by the GRC department, governance, risk, and compliance. They evaluate the policies, the procedures, and they find out the holes in the security and they work on patching them. And also they will handle the low part. So when hacking or the cybersecurity works with the legal domain as well. So the GRC people are the people who work with them. So if the company affected by a security issue or security attack, they work with the lawyers or some anyone authorities and do the needful things. So these are the most widely available domains in Sri Lanka. Other than that, there are others as well, but in our Sri Lankan market, they are not available now. We are currently getting their services from outside the country. Let me give you some role examples. For for example, security analyst. I am a security analyst and I am working under the SOC team. That means blue team. So basically, we monitor and analyze the security systems continuously. Our work is 24 by 7. We work in shift base and every minute we will be watching the IT system, the communications there we work, the website you visit, the files you download, the codes you run on your laptops, everything will be under our surveillance. We monitor things, and when you click on a malicious thing or when you download a malicious file, we take the necessary actions to mitigate that. That's what security analysts do. Second one, a junior penetration tester. These are the people who conduct tests, who basically they try to hack the system to find the vulnerabilities. They will test the system security measures in all aspects, and if they find any vulnerabilities, they will create a report and submit to you or the relevant team to patch those. Next one, security engineers. So security engineers are the people who implement secure solutions for the security measurements inside the environment. So they will install the security tools, they will create the monitoring policies, and they will create the pipelines between the security platform and the database from your IT environment. All the work that are necessary for the other security people done by the security engineers. Likewise. And the forensic analyst. So the forensic analysts are quiet, direct opposite to security analysts. We continuously monitor the systems, and if anything happens, we take actions and we submit those reports to the forensic analyst. Once a malicious action or malicious incident happens, then forensic analyst comes into the place. They investigate the incidents and collect evidence. So they are the people who finds out how a vulnerability or a breach happened. What is the root cause? How can we mitigate this? Those things are found by these forensic analysts. You guys come across day by day various cybersecurity news, right? Recently, Knight's database was hacked. So many incidents happened recently. So those incidents or news reports are currently made by forensic analysts. They work on the log files and raw materials. They found out why, how, what happened, how it was happened, and why it happened. Then they report it to the relevant authorities. That's what they do. So these are the four common roles currently available for internships in Sri Lanka as well. There are so much more roles here, but I didn't want to mention all these stuffs. These are the four most common ones. So when you go to apply for a internship in cybersecurity field, these are the four roles that pop up in your field based on your interest or based on your capability. You can choose your field wisely. Let's move to the reality check. So now let me be honest with you. So before getting into an internship or finding a job role, you have to do a self-assessment. So what your capability is, what you have to do, or what you know, all those stuff, all those stops, you have to take stops and evaluate yourself how much you are capable of. First of all, you don't need to know everything. Right? Cybersecurity is a very, very big field. There are so much more learn. Even if you have worked 15 or 20 years in the field, there will be a lot left to learn in the field. That's how we work. So every day is a learning opportunity for you. You will keep learning day by day. So yeah, at the very beginning, don't rush to learn everything. If you learn a few things, own it, practice it, and make it comfortable with you, then move to another topic. Step by step, you have to do those things. Second one, certifications won't get you hired at all. So, one of the major issues I found with the freshers are they hunt for certification, irrespective of the knowledge or the practical skills they gain for that. They just blindly go for collecting the certification. I've done this, I've done this, I've done this so much. When hiring manager, cybersecurity hiring managers puts a certification on that, they will start evaluating you based on that certification. For example, if you have done a certificate for security analyst, then your profile will be categorized as a security analyst, and you will be assessed based on that only. In case if you have a security analyst certification and you go for a penetration tester, at that point you will be failed. And also, if you have a security analyst certification, and if you don't have the knowledge required for that role, that's a major drawback for you. It will affect the percentage that you are being getting hired. So if you are working on a certification, work on it completely, gain the knowledge, and complete the certificate. Don't just rush to add it to your collection. And thirdly, the practical skills. So practical skills matter more than anything else. So if you know some theory, you definitely should know how to apply it in your line of work. And the consistency. So consistency beats the intensity. If you want to learn something and if you want to get a job on that thing, you have to work consistently. So, for example, doing 1 hour daily is better than studying 10 hours once a week. So, every day is a learning day for you. Day by day, you will encounter various issues, various things in your line of work. You have to keep learning with them, or else you will stuck behind, and people around you are running far more forward than you. So, keep learning continuously. Doesn't matter if you have completed a certification or if you reached a role. That doesn't mean you learned enough, right? You were capable to survive at that point of time. To move forward with it or go upward, you should learn more and more. So keep that in mind. So most of the time when the interns are applying for the job, they will be learning so much things. They will be doing the practical labs in platforms. They will do writing the write-ups. And when they get into the job and they once started coming in, so gradually they will lose their studying streaks. I literally see him personally in my office as well. So after that, their consistency goes to zero, and they start complaining about they have lectures and they can't manage. That doesn't work here. If you want to survive in this field, you have to keep learning because uh, now interning fields are very competitive. In most of the companies, including mine, they are hiring people. They have them for the 6 months, and they will do the evaluation how much they have learned, how much they have improved, and if they find they are lacking even by 1% or 2% than others, they will just let them go. They won't make them permanent or they won't try to advance them with any other roles. Because, sorry, because there are so many people are waiting outside to get into that role. So if you want to survive in this competitive market, you have to learn consistently. Don't forget. So, so before jumping into the major parts, let's see how you can build your fundamentals. So when speaking about fundamentals, for the cybersecurity roles, the fundamental knowledge are very simple. As I listed, networking, operating system, and security basics are the most things you need to work in an intern role. So networking, I know you guys have the networking subject in your syllabus as well. So that's the same thing applies here. The OSA layer, TCP layer, and the network communication between the devices, everything applies to the field. When speaking about operating system, we have to know deeply about the operating systems. How does a Linux, a Windows, or a Mac OS work, carry the commands from the user, and how they work with the hardware, and what is the difference between an operating system and a kernel. So those are the things you must know as a fundamental. Because as the technology evolves, the type of cyber attacks also evolving. Previously, if you want to do a cyber attack, very easy. You have to write a malicious code. You have to send to a person. If they run it, the code executes and everything goes. But now it's different. Malicious actors are going deep and deeper. They are learning about the hardware and learning about the software, and they are trying to manipulate those things from the root. So if you want to fight with them or if you want to work along them, you must also learn the roots. You must go for them. What's happening inside an operating system when you move your mouse from one point to another point, or just click on a thing. Sorry. So everything how does they work, and how can you secure them? All those things you must be handful. And thirdly, the security basics. Yeah, security have several basic procedures and protocols. You have to learn them. So they apply to everywhere. You know, in coding as well, you know the secure coding standards. How to write a code securely. You guys are currently learning about that, right? So, likewise, every IT work, every IT procedure has its own security protocol. How to do and how to do, not to do. So you have to learn that one as well. And also, it is very essential for the role. So when you are facing an internship interview, the first question they are going to ask you are all based on the security basics. How will you handle a phishing attack, or how will you handle wrongfully written code in a code base. So all those stuff you need to know. You must know. These are the basic fundamentals you know. You have to learn. Let's moving forward. Foundational knowledge. I just found this in the LinkedIn recently, so I wanted to show you guys. So most of the time, even I have done it previously. So you are omitting the basics and just stepping on the advanced roles won't give you anything. They will drag you down to place where you started. So please focus on the foundations carefully and deeply. Hands-on practice. Equivalent to uh, theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge also worth, because this is where the real learning happens. You know, anyone can learn. Oh, anyone can memorize a theory, but it takes a special person to apply it correctly. So hands-on practice, especially in cybersecurity, is highly needed. So here I have listed some platforms where you can get those uh, hands-on practice. Basically, I am working on this Try Hack Me platform, and there are so much more than like Hack the Box, Code Trigger. One, there are so much more there. So you can choose your own one based on your priority, and you can start working on them. But as I said before, practice consistently and take notes as well. Nowadays, notes taking are very underrated because you all are using the digital devices, right? But it doesn't matter. So taking notes, I highly suggest it because taking notes makes you organize what the things that you have learned, and it will also reflect what you have learned and what else you have to learn. So do take notes, or else if you can't take notes, do write-ups. Today you are going to study about a particular topic and you did it, then write a write-up. You can publish it on your Medium or LinkedIn post. Doesn't matter. Write it just to reorganize your mind and reorganize the thing you have worked on. It will drastically help you. It will increase your learning curve as well. So do more practice practically and do write-ups. That will increase your rate of learning instantly. So these are the additional learning platforms I brought you to for your attentions. Some of you have gone through at least one of those. If you don't, just go through the Pentester Lab, Hack This Site, Virtual Hacking Lab, or Vulnerable. These four have intentionally created vulnerable virtual machines. So you can go there and you can try to hack them, or you can try to secure them, and then you can learn new concepts. Learning the concept doesn't matter. Applying it is the most important thing you need to know. So the more environments you expose yourself, the better you get. And the tools you should know. So you don't need to master all the tools that are available in the cybersecurity industries. It is literally an ocean. But when you are going for an internship, the employers will ask for these set of tools frequently. So that's why I listed here. For the SIEM tools, security incident and event management tools, Splunk and Microsoft Sentinel are the leading ones in the market. So if you don't know, if you even don't know how they work actually, try to understand them, what's happening there, how can a security analyst view incidents from these SIEM tools. Likewise. And another one is Wireshark. Wireshark is the network analytics tools. Basically, what it does is when a communication happens in a network, you send a packet or you receive a packet, right? So Wireshark will capture all those packets and display it to you as a list. From that, you can view, okay, what communication happened, what are the protocols running, what's the data being transferred. Everything will be visible inside the Wireshark. It's there, essentially needed for the network security. And third one is Burp Suite. Burp Suite is for penetration testers. If you want to assess the security of a web application or any other mobile application, you need Burp Suite. That's the best in the market. And Kali Linux. If you are interested in cybersecurity, you would have definitely know the Kali Linux, right? Likewise, Ubuntu or Mint. Kali is another flavor of Linux, and it comes with pre-installed cybersecurity tools, which you can use for security operations or pen testing. And last but not least, Python and Bash scripting. In daily base, once a day in your work, you will come across at least one Python or Bash code. So you have to read it, you have to understand how it works, or you can run it and understand what's that code base doing. Anyhow,
Excuse me, sir, you are not audible at the moment.
uh, am I audible now?
Yes, sir, now
Okay.
audible.
Okay. May I know where I lost you guys? Did you share about the building portfolio,
Okay.
or did you lost audio in the previous slide?
from this beginning slide, slide beginning, right?
Okay, let's see. So, building portfolio. Uh, if you are an SC student trying to get an SC internship, building portfolio is not a big deal for you. You can write a code and you can post it on a GitHub, or you can host them on a cloud service, and you can run them in an interview so that you can showcase what you are capable of and what you have learned. But in case of cybersecurity, it's a bit harder because most of the time you will learn as very serious things or a malicious actions. So you can't do it on a live interview like hacking or running a malicious script or thing. It will either affect you or the affected interviewer. So for that, you have to build your portfolio in a long-term basis. For that, the basic common ideas for the beginner is you can create GitHub projects by uploading the scripts you have worked. As I told before, you definitely need to know the Python and Bash, right? So write scripts to automate your cybersecurity works or your day by day daily works and host them so that you can show off your scripting knowledge and write lab walkthroughs. As I shown in the previous platforms like Hack the Box or Try Hack Me or OneHub, you come across different labs. Lab means virtual machines. Huh? So you work with them, you find the vulnerability and you try to solve them and you find the flag. Finally, you complete the lab. So once you complete, write a write-up about how you solved, what are the issues you faced, and how did you complete the lab. Likewise, writing those walkthroughs will help the employer to assess you, okay, you have done a great job. Because there are so many people out there who are currently writing the write-ups for all the labs that are being published. So the employer wouldn't know that you did the completed the lab by yourself or by referring any answers provided in the internet. So it's a great way to get your achievement and share your learnings and knowledge on the LinkedIn as well. So LinkedIn is a great platform to convert as a profile portfolio for you. Use it wisely. Don't keep it as just reposting others' post or just sharing your certification and all the stuff. Post your achievement. Post your day, monthly or weekly achievements, your progresses, and more stuff. Whatever you do, just share them as a post. That will help the employer to find more, to get more visibility about your profile. And optionally, you can start a blog, whether it is a video blog or a text-based like Medium. Right? Start writing because writing, on my personal opinion, writing helps to learn more because when you want to create a content, you have to consume a lot of content. So when you start writing about a topic or anything, you have to learn more about that. You will be referring to so many sources and you will bring them on a single point and you will align them in an particular order and you start writing it. So during that process, you will learn more just rather than reading or watching a video. That's an optional thing, but you can do it on your personal. Or even if you don't want to publish it, just keep it as your personal note. That will drastically help you to improve. But likewise, you can create your profile or portfolio. Recommended beginner certifications. Even though I said don't have to chase certification, but you have to complete at least a few certification when you are going for an internship because like not like other industries, certifications play crucial role in cybersecurity because all the certifications here are most of the time they are very costly. Right? About the basic price will be above $100 or $150, and they extend up to $500, $600 as well. But you can find some free ones or least paid ones, and you can work on them to show. your skills. Here I have listed very few things that will help beginners to find internships. Let's go. First one is certified in cybersecurity by ISSCAP. It will help you to learn the security basics from the CIA triad. They will teach you the very basic things that every security person must know. Next, Microsoft Certified Security Compliance and Identity Fundamentals, the SC 900 certification. I think it's under $100, and you guys have the your Kelaniya mail ID, right? They are, every year they will give you $100 credit as well. So if you have your Kelaniya mail activated in the Microsoft Learn platform, you can go for this certification. Very useful uh, for the beginners. And another one, Google Cybersecurity Certified Professional Certificate. It is provided by the Google, and they are providing through the Coursera. It's a paid one, but you can apply for a free version. Most of the time, you will be granted. No issues. Try with your university mail. They give offer, so complete free option for uh, university students. This is also helpful to understand the cloud environments and the basic security knowledge. And also, they have modules for Python as well. If you want to, if you know Python, no, it's not required. If you don't know, it's a good place to start with. And CompTIA Security Plus. When comparing to previous three ones, it is bit advanced and industry standard one. So if you have a CompTIA Security Plus, you can go for an internship or even a permanent role. It's worth for it, but you have to learn a lot of things for that. Be prepared for them as well. And last, this is optional. The Certified Ethical Hacker certification from Easy Council. It is a well-known certification worldwide. Even if you are playing a role in Sri Lanka or outside the country as a remote role, the CEH certification will make your CV stand alone other than others. So it's a required. It's not a mandatory one, but it's a good to have one. It is also a bit costly. That's why I'm posting it as an optional one. If you can, if you got an internship and looking for a permanent job role, you can go for the CEH certification as well. These are the things I personally recommend for the beginners. If you start with any one of the first four, that will be good for you to go for an internship. But don't rush to get everything on your CV, right? Just go one by one, learn everything mentioned in the certification curriculum, learn them, own them, and apply the practical as well. So do the practical components of the certification, build your own labs, and work on there as well, right? So I think you guys know about virtualization, right? If anyone has any doubts on the virtualization or creating virtual machines on their laptops, can you raise the hand or something? So we can discuss about that one as well. If you have issues with virtual machines and virtualization. I think it's like none. Yeah, good to hear. Don't, if you know, everyone know about virtualization, good. So what I recommend is build your own lab using VMware or VirtualBox. Install Kali Linux, Windows machines, and other vulnerable servers. Work there. So that will help you more. You can learn more things, right? Rather than relying on the platform. Because in the platform, those engineers would have set up everything and they have managed the issues that coming up with those virtual machines. What you have to do is to follow the procedures they provide and find the answers for their questions. But instead, if you build a virtual machine, if you do the configuration and if you start working on that, That will give you a different experience and more valuable one. So if you are planning to get into the cybersecurity field, please build your own labs. For the virtualization, you don't need a high-end device, right? On your personal laptop, you can create your own virtual machine as well. So do that also. I highly recommend it. Now, let's focus on some common mistakes that I see all the time among the interns. After the AI came into the game, it changed everything. So, what I recommend is stop relying solely on AI tools. So, most of the time, when a security incident comes in or a security alert comes in, what usually interns do is they will copy everything and paste to ChatGPT or anywhere else and ask it what's happening, how to resolve it, or how to handle it. Likewise, so that's not a good practice. Basically, in cybersecurity, you are not allowed to use AI tools all the time because if you are working in the cybersecurity, you are handling very critical data. So they might have the internal server names, internal IP address, internal network protocols, so much more there. So if you copy and paste them to the AI tools, they will get those data out of that. So you can't solely rely on AI tools. If you are starting learning, please avoid the AI tools initially. After you compile your knowledge, you know how the fundamentals work, and you have started working, then you can use AI tool as a companion. You can ask it to write an escalation mail for you, or you can ask it to check the report you've written is correctly, precisely ordered or something, you can go for that. But don't start using AI tools completely at the very beginning stage of your career. It will drastically brings you down in the perspective of your learning curve because when an interview happens or practically they ask you to the office and ask you to perform a security analysis or something, yeah, you are not allowed to do you use AI tools. You have to do everything on by your own. So you have to know the data. You should know how to find the required data from where, and you should know how to analyze it, and you should know what action should be taken in order to mitigate an security issue. So relying on AI tools won't help you in that situation. So in the initial stages, please avoid AI tools. And another one is only watching videos. When you go for a security module education in YouTube or in other platforms, mostly there will be course videos there. So they will talk in the video and upload it. You will be watching it. So by watching only the videos won't bring you anything, right? Watch it, understand it, and apply it in your lab or in anywhere else so that you can learn something. Otherwise, just watching a video like a movie, and if you think you are learning something, that's not gonna work out. Then collecting certs without skills, as I mentioned before. Don't hunt for certification. Now I have done this. Now I have to do that certification. Then I have to go for that certification so that I can fill up the gaps in my resume. That's not how it works. So if you are completing one certification, you must ensure that you are meeting all the requirements that are mentioned by the certification. So, for example, if you are going for the SC 900, the SC 900 teach you how you can work in the Azure environment, how you can do the security pushes or you can access the security measures in Azure environment, how you can handle the Sentinel and other security tools that are available in the Azure environment. So when you submit your resume to a employer and they see AC 900, so they will be asking questions about the Azure environment and its securities to you. If you don't know anything, but you have the certification, then there's no point of it. Don't hunt certification without skills. Now and then, no portfolio. Building a portfolio as a beginner is a must because if you have experienced person, then you can show your experience and you have worked there, you can work in this space. That will help you. As a beginner, your portfolio is the key and giving up too early. This is a literally a hard warning for you. Cybersecurity is not an easy field at all. So every day it will test your skills, your patience, and your mental peace as well. If you are stepping into it, be ready to face all those tasks. I am not demotivating you, but I am expressing you the reality. So when I was getting into the field, there was no one to warn me about that. I thought like development or other field, I will go for a 9 to 5 jobs and I will do the work. I will do my Jira tickets and I will complete the task and I will come home. That it doesn't work like that. Uh, in security, you have to be more vigilant, more alert uh, on everything, whatever you do. Because recently we encountered a thing. So what happened is in on January 12th by evening 3 p.m. there was an alert came. It's not a big issue alert. It was a small warning about an antivirus software is being stopped on a client laptop. So we thought, okay, that's not a big issue. We omit the alert and we go home. What actually happened is the next day a malicious software was installed on that user's laptop and the hacker got access to the laptop. Until February 11th or 12th, exactly 1 month, we don't know that that particular device is infected. Uh, for that whole 1 month, the hacker was reading the documents on that laptop and reading the mails that coming in and out of the client, and they were stealing a lot of data. One day, after the reading all those stuff, that hacker started to exporting those data through emails to a malicious site. After we found that malicious emails are going out to a site, and we started investigating, and we found that the day after we omitted the alert, this issue happened. So it created a great ruckus that I can disclose everything to you. But this is the case. So even if you omit a small thing or if you be careless at one point, it will drastically affect everyone, your team, the client, and their environment, their reputation. So much things will be affected. So as a developer, if you make a mistake, it's not a big deal until it will go to the QA team. They will run the test, and they will find the bug, and they will report it to you. You can then you rework on it, then you run it. It works. You send it. It it will be in a small internal circle, but in security, it's totally different, right? So this is a small warning for you guys. When you are stepping into the field, mentally be prepared for this as well. So finally, what I want to say is, if you are not a cybersecurity student, so if you are studying a cybersecurity related degree, that's not a big deal to get into cybersecurity. Like me, if you are a software engineering student and trying to move to cybersecurity, just don't be scared. We are going to do something big or do everything that are required. Just simply start small. Learn one concept or one practical thing a day. Stay consistent. Keep your learning streak every day. Don't just go for one day and you do everything and take rest for next 4 or 5 days like that. So keep learning consistently, right? Cybersecurity is a long-term journey. Even I don't know everything about my field right now. I have learned something and I am learning something and I have to learn something tomorrow as well. So that's how this field works. If you want to survive in this field, just follow this. Stay consistent and keep learning. That's all I have to say. So, yeah, I want to hear you as well, from you as well. Whatever it is, even if you have any questions or if you have any concerns, just punch at me. I want to know that you consumed something from this discussion as well. Any questions? Feel free to ask, or if you want, you can use the chat as well, unless you can't switch on your mic. Any questions or concerns? Mm, I think it seems to be nothing. Okay, fine, totally fine. If you have any concerns after this session ends as well, you can reach me out anytime. Feel free for it. So that's all for now. Thank you for joining. It's great pleasure to discuss with you guys about something what I know. That's all the opportunity.